Hey everyone, so today I want to speak about self-love, and I want to give you 3 tools that you can use to help you develop greater self-love. So first of all, why is self-love even necessary? I will tell you why it's necessary. It's necessary because there's only one person who you spend your entire life with. From the moment you take your first breath to the moment that you take your last. And that person is you. So instead of always looking outside for love, we want to start looking at how we can start cultivating a greater sense of inner love. Loving who we are, appreciating the journey, appreciating the struggles, and being grateful for the life that we've been given. And once you have developed a greater sense of self-love, now you're able to actually pour into the lives of the people who you care about. And many of us get this wrong. We expect self-love to happen because other people are loving us. So we are always seeking that love, that approval, and that validation from outside sources, and hoping that this will make us feel better about ourselves. But instead of taking an outside approach, let's take an inward approach. Let's grow a greater sense of love for ourselves and then allow this love to be reflected onto others. So let's start with the 3 tips that I have for you to help you develop a greater sense of self-love. Tip number 1, learn to say no. We are so afraid to say no, afraid that we are going to be perceived as being selfish and not caring about other people. But the reality is that you and I only have 24 hours. And what we do in this 24 hours matters. And if you are saying yes to everybody and everything, when do you ever say yes to yourself? So being able to say no is a powerful quality, because this shows that you know and are clear about what you want in your life. And I know that society has painted saying no as being bad, but it's not bad. And actually, you don't even have to hurt another person's feelings when you say no. You need to learn to say no and let people off gently, as opposed to being abrupt and strong when you say no. So if a friend asks you for something and you know that this goes against your values or is not in alignment with where you'd like to be, then you can say no to him or her. But how you say no counts, because saying no gently and respectfully allows there to be no hard feelings between the two of you. Let's move on to the second tip, or the second tool, which is make you a priority. So many of us have so many demands placed on us. Demands from our bosses, our families, our kids, things that we need to do. There's always something demanding our energy or our time. But when do we ever sit back and make time for ourselves? So what I would recommend is find some time every single day. Allocate a slot, 20 minutes or 15 minutes, where you make yourself a priority. Taking some time to meditate, to read, to pray, to reflect on your journey. Whatever it is, take some time for you. Now you can move on and respond to the demands placed on you by the outside world. And number 3 is reflecting on the moments where you made yourself proud. This is one of my all-time favorite activities. So what you want to do is sit back and try to identify at least 3 times you made yourself proud. At least 3 times where you backed yourself. It doesn't matter what moments you decide to choose, as long as you have made yourself proud in these moments. I'll give you a few examples. It could be the moment you graduated from high school, or simply when you passed a test, or maybe even got your driver's license. The moments don't matter, as long as it's moments where you made yourself proud. Identify these moments and relive these experiences. So to conclude, I give you 3 tips to help you develop a greater sense of self-love. Tip number 1 was to say no more often. Tip number 2 was to allocate time where you make yourself a priority. Tip number 3 was to reflect and identify moments where you made yourself proud. If you enjoyed today's show, please remember to like and subscribe. I look forward to our next podcast. This is me, Kyle Daniels, from Coach Success, wishing you an amazing week.